As this one stays a 6-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd and 1, Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jordan Brooks. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Ravens nothing.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
At the 41-yard line.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson eluding the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
This is it.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
This is Carson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Chris Carson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 30 yards. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Tackle made at the 49.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. 23 yards the pickup there. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
It's 4th down.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
4-yard attempt.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Taken in the end zone. He'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jackson out to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Here's Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions. And here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield. He was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Benson Mayowa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He gives it off to Carson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Got some room at the 30. He'll find Metcalf.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
He's going to let this go for the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
41-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson escaping the pressure right, going for it all, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a 1st down.
16 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Again, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
First and 10.
Now Jackson on first down. Brought in left side by Snead. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 12 yards there and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And they'll get this into the hands of Huntley. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some have thrown, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Throwing now is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for Say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the line.